Hello there and welcome back to War Thunder. Today, as you can see in the background, the BO-105 CB-2 German premium helicopter, and I have some spectacular footage for you. And this is in many ways a first off. Now I hope you give me some minutes to explain what I want to talk about before there are some misunderstandings. First of all, the replay that I show you is not from me. It's actually from my friend Exe. I know this guy in real life. I asked him for the replay because he was like really happy about the result. And Exe is not just my friend but also a hidden hero within War Thunder. He is from the Beehive clan, and he actually works a lot in the background of War Thunder. He's not directly or he's not at all involved with Gaijin, but he is like a player like you and me. But he really likes the modern stuff. So he's not so much a fan of ships and World War II stuff, as more like, you know, modern tanks, helicopters and such. So he is an expert in this field. He does a lot of actual research, and you can really rely on his opinion and his knowledge. And so when I have a question about a new tank that has been announced, or a tank that I want to review, and if there's anything special that I've forgotten and so forth, he is the person to go to. Not just him alone, to be fair, because there are some other persons around him, some friends and such, that also do equal amounts of research. But he is also, you know, submitting bug reports. And we do a lot of test shootings from time to time, whereas he is absolutely phenomenal in giving out the target as a challenger player. So okay, with this joke out of the way, the BO-105 CB-2 is a beautiful helicopter, and as you can see it has 880 GMs. For me personally, helicopters are a bit dull at first when I tried to play them, when I fought against them. For me personally, it was just another you know, point of close air support that I just couldn't need in my high tier tanks. And for me, when I played them myself, it was just you fly around on the map outside of the range of the enemy self-propelled anti-aircraft artillery. Then you just press the hover button, then you switch the view, press the F button for fixing the view, and then play a little bit RTS with the enemy tanks. This is how the enemies you know, shot at me. This is how I tried out helicopters a little bit, and I found it very boring. The 3D model and a lot of the visuals are amazing. But for me personally, I'm not really interested in it. I'm more interested in ships and World War II stuff. Exe is a bit more the modern stuff. And Gaijin just offers with War Thunder a game that offers you that much, you know, pre-World War II planes and tanks and ships, and, you know, to the 1990s or wherever where we are currently. I think even in the 2010s with some of the helicopters. So that tells you a lot. And so a lot of my subscribers, of you guys basically, are interested in having a look at it. You know, what are helicopters like? What is the maximum that you can get out of them? And so when Exe, you know, was talking about his result, I was asking him straight away, hey, you know what, just Can I have the replays? Do you mind me showing this you know, on YouTube? And he was like, okay, do as you wish. And it is not just that he played it in simulator, but also he didn't shoot at tanks. That's all that I'm going to say. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that my camera positioning in the replay is understandable for you, so that you know where he is and what he does. In the simulator gameplay itself, he actually just has the cockpit view. So let's go right into it. So here we are on the Wallonia map, and you can see him hovering. If there is some problems with the sound, I excuse it, but I only had the replay. And this is actually the view that Exe himself has, because he is playing it in simulator mode again, and this is the only view that you have except for the gunner's view or the aiming view. And also I have here the markers activated, so for your orientation and also, to be honest, mine, And so you will see it later on in the gameplay very often that Exit just checks out if this is an enemy target or just a friendly helicopter or tank. And a little spoiler here, he actually will not get a single tank kill. Oh yeah. So, as you can see, he's flying relatively low. Exit doesn't like to fly high in the air, way above or outside the range of the enemy's machine guns. He is loitering within the range of some of the radar-guided SPA or SPA in general. All the more amusing is the result. So you can see the heliports are not that far away from the front line, and that is actually due to the fact that helicopters are much slower than jets, but ATGMs are still fast enough. As this AL-28 just demonstrated. Beautiful kill in an incoming AL-28, and this is his first kill, with more to come. So, that was really interesting and, well, impressive to be honest. Exe is having a lookout for other targets, and he spotted 2 helicopters. He checked for some more targets, and he picks now the right helicopter. And now I don't know how much this is due to ping or the replay, but it looks very much on target, and it looks like the ATGM is passing through the helicopter and not detonating on him. Maybe also it was out of range, I cannot tell you. And then he switches target to the left helicopter, which looks like to have a bit more ordnance. And this time the ATGM hits home for his second kill. And then he goes back. There you could see he confirmed the FJ4B. And then he goes back to the first target, and then he had to correct the view. So this was this little movement with the camera. And again, it looks fairly much on target, or very much on target, and fairly good. And then the ATGM again misses, and then it actually runs out of range and detonates in the air. And this is now another ATGM. That's his third ATGM on this helicopter. And again, it doesn't hit him. So that's his 5th ATGM gone. And Exe actually sacrifices another one. And then, story of my life, somebody else gets the kill. Oh boy. So that was actually 4 ATGM wasted on that helicopter, which should have been a kill with the first ATGM. But, you know, story of my life, this is just how it is. Then there is another AL-28. Hello there, sunshine. And while Exe looks like being stationary, he's actually going at some speed, as you might see as he hovers above this little village. And he just puts himself into the right position. And as you can see with the hits or the non-hits on the previous helicopter, you might say, oh, he's never going to hit this AL-28. He's never going to hit this AL-28. He's never going to hit this AL-28. And he hits it. Okay, that's his second jet bomber kill. And I think now he has 1 ATGM left. Yeah, he should have 1 ATGM left. 4 on this helicopter and 3 kills. That's 7 for those 8. Now, that is actually the point where I guess he wanted to go back to base. But as you could see, Exe is in a squad with some of his squad members also flying around or being in tanks. And this is now me taking the camera again. And there is a little bit of fight going on in the background between this H1G and some other helicopter. And then he gets notification of it. I don't know if he looked through the back window or whatever, but he notices it. And now he has to decide which one is the enemy. Again, the marker is activated in the replay. This is nothing that he had while playing the game. And so he sees that the 2 helicopters are in the fight with the AH-1G having the low ground and getting rocketed by a full barrage. And this helicopter looks very familiar. So I think now Exit checks the combat messages He waits up until the enemy helicopter notices him and tries to go into hover mode. Then the ATGM is on his way and he tries to evade, but then Exe is merciless and gets the 4th air kill with 8 ATGMs, or out of ATGMs, and 4 of them looked very much on target as well. So this is a very impressive showcase of what the helicopter can do and how good Exe is as a helicopter pilot. Now, I don't know if Exe has noticed it, but he operated behind enemy lines, so maybe the enemy helicopters were not aware of his presence, or it was just very good positioning overall. But now he needs to get some ATGMs back because there are no cannons, no nothing, no machine guns, no dumbfire rockets. He only has those 8 ATGMs, he used them, and now he's flying over the enemy tank spawn. And he gets shot, not just by the heavy machine gun of a T-62, but also ZSU-57-2. And at ZSU-57-2, well, that's one of the more dangerous SPAs for a helicopter because of the range, and you just need to get hit once to lose your helicopter. So he actually got away with it. FJ4B goes into an attack run and miraculously the medium tank survives. So at this point I think I actually speed forward. Yeah, there we go, and there you can see how close it actually is to the front line. And Exit demonstrates here great landing skill. Again, it's actually, he's not having this view, he just has the view from the cockpit, so that makes it all the more smooth. He gets some fuel back, he gets some ATGMs back, and he's on his way again. As you can see, he just has 3 minutes left. I speed forward a little bit because he's not done yet. Some of his squad members or squad colleagues are on the ground in tanks, and they actually won the battle already, having 3 of the 3 capture zones and letting the enemy tickets bleed down. And there is now an enemy helicopter, and his first ATGM is on the way. Looks fairly good, aimed a little bit too high, going through the rotors without detonating and then exploding. The enemy helicopter does some evasive actions, fairly successful this time, and this is why Exe had to sacrifice a 3rd ATGM around about now. And let's see if this is now going to work. Yes, at this stage I wonder if the enemy helicopter has actually realized that he was getting shot. And as you can see, it's a fair distance away. Exe himself told me that he doesn't like this playstyle of hovering around at high altitude and slinging ATGMs to tanks or on top of tanks that are directly below him. So I think this speaks for his attitude. At this moment he's looking around for other targets and spots now this helicopter that looks again very familiar, and the first ATGM this time, well, again, a helicopter that was killed while the ATGM was in the air, but the ATGM hit nevertheless, like also with this helicopter, giving him his 6th kill. But the previous ATGM at least got him a kill assist. So this works the same way in Air RB. If you already shoot at a, you know, destroyed plane, you still can get a kill assist. Now, it was not intentional to get the kill assist or to farm the kill assist, but nevertheless, the tickets now bleed down, enemy team has lost all of their vehicles, and this is how Exe won the match. A well-earned 150,000 silver lines and 15,532 research points just mark it that it was actually played in simulator mode. It is well-earned, well-deserved. Thank you Exe again for this amazing replay, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a like if it did, subscribe if you want to see more, let me know in the comment section what you think about it, if you want to see more of guest replays, or if you just want to stick to my stuff, let me know in the comment section, and as usual we will see each other in the skies of War Thunder.